All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Swarm Report. My name's Hudah, bringing you around the crypto AI ecosystem in 30 minutes a day. Hey, today's going to be maybe a little short. Murray, good morning. Choina, GM, sir. Changed up the intro a little bit. Look, because streaming on Abstract, I'm trying to get that little intro animation, little like looping image, trying to get that on point because it does kind of matter. So no countdown, no nothing today. We're going to kind of dive right into things here. Man, make sure you're following and subscribing here on SlamX Official over on YouTube, especially if you miss these shows, can't tune in any given day. Catch the replays over on SlamX Official. Also follow us at SlamAI_XYZ. Big announcements. They're coming. They're coming really, really soon. Maybe pencil in next week sometime on your calendar. Dates can change, as you guys know very well, but big stuff coming very, very soon here. And then the Swarm. Announcements around the Swarm are coming first. They're coming fast. They're coming furious. So make sure you're following the Swarm_AI. Flagship agent here, trained on Crypto Slam data. Ooh, I love the updated bio, by the way. Trained on 250 plus terabytes of data. Love it. Guys, if you didn't see yesterday, and I think you guys that I see in the chat did, but we had an incredible guest on yesterday, and I got to say thank you to Max and to the Kindred team for joining us here and chatting about their AI agentic ecosystem. I'm a fan. I'm excited for the NFT mint, of course, but it's much more than that. It's a special kind of agent that I don't think you're gonna get anywhere else anytime soon. Very, very ahead of the game, those guys. So really excited for those agents. Definitely excited to mint that NFT. By the way, at the end of the episode, we'll do our Twitter picker from yesterday's episode. So first off, go back and rewatch that show if you did miss it. It's pinned over on the Swarm account. You can also go back on YouTube and find yesterday's show as well. But this is going to be your final call. You have probably 15 to 30 minutes to get in the whitelist, right? So if you go to the Swarm's account, actually, this is the pinned tweet. Find that pinned tweet. Follow Kindred_AI, follow SlamAI, follow the Swarm, like the post, retweet the post, drop a comment, and then live here at the end of the show, we'll do that Twitter picker, pick that winner, and then I'll reach out to you via DMs to get your wallet address. That mint's coming up pretty darn soon. I think before the mint, they've got a partnership to announce with Pudgy Penguins. So Kindred's going to be a big deal. I think they already are, but about to be a big, big deal in the Abstract ecosystem especially. Very excited for that. Player, good to see you over on the Abstract side. We're going to start with something that's not very AI, but this is crypto AI, and crypto impacts the AI economy as well. This is a big deal. After starting the day with such exciting news, and you guys know that news. It was the Coinbase news, the SEC going to end that litigation against Coinbase. Huge. Market was excited about that. We saw that across cryptos. We saw it in altcoins, Bitcoin especially, though. And then, just because we can't have nice things here, it was followed up pretty quickly this morning by some really, really not great news here from Bybit. Had one of their wallets compromised, and really the wallet wasn't compromised. It was a transaction that was basically compromised. TLDR, Bybit, which is a major, major exchange here, lost about $1.5 billion. Yes, billion. I mean, this is one of those big deals. I do want to say, and I'll say it like right off the bat here, we've had a lot of bad news this year between the Trump token, which, of course, that was a big onboarding event, but it pulled so much liquidity from this space, and it impacted AI tokens. Everybody sold what they had that was liquid to go play that Trump token. I get it. But follow that up by Libra, which was terrible, this insider trading scandal. And now a major, major hack. Again, this is $1.5 billion. And yes, to a degree, users' funds are at risk. I know they're saying they're not, but they are. And I'll tell you this, from being in crypto for, 8 years, 9 years, these are the kind of things that normally send you spiraling. These are the kind of things that can kick off a bear market. These are things that really add up to taking all the wind out of the sails. And yet I don't feel like that with the past few events here. I feel exactly the opposite. I have not felt stronger about where we're heading here, even in the short term. The fact that the market keeps taking blows like this and absorbing it, I think just speaks to what's happening here, both at the, I guess, the state level And at the nation level, what's going on really around the world here, a lot of that being driven here in the United States, but what's happening there, and then especially AI, that you just feel this innovation that's bubbling up here. I'm sorry, these events, they just feel like we can brush them right off, that they're a non-factor. So this is a big deal. This will be a developing story. Of course, I'll talk about it on all our upcoming shows here, but it is impacting the market today. 1.5 billion. I've heard up to $1.7 billion. As of now, they're saying funds are safe. I wouldn't trust that, guys. Not necessarily. I'm sure they got a great reputation. In fact, I know they do. That said, we've heard funds are safe before when in reality they aren't. And as of right now, if you're trying to withdraw ETH, I believe you cannot. So we'll keep an eye on that again in future shows. There you go. You see ETH right now, which is a majority of the funds that they lost here. Really, really major event. You had people calling the Libra scandal a black swan event, but this combined, I mean, it typically would be. Again, speaks to the strength of this market here. We'll learn more details about it, including how it happened. I'm saying there had to be malware involved here. Multiple signers' computers, devices had to be infected. Otherwise, this was an inside job. Again, we'll learn a lot more, but it took, the wind out of the sails, especially after that Coinbase announcement this morning. Again, I'm only going to stay on this for a second. I want to get to AI, but again, it was great news because this is great news for AI. People are scared to build here in crypto. They're straight up. They're scared to build here in crypto because you don't know if you're going to face the wrath of the SEC and then the DOJ. You don't know because we didn't know what we can do and what we can't do. And again, hearing that the SEC is ending that suit, that lawsuit against Coinbase, green light to build, which is incredibly exciting for all of crypto and for us for now, incredibly exciting for what's going on in the agentic ecosystem. Could not be more excited. Looking at cookie.fun, let's take a look at market cap, mindshare. Market cap right now up just over 4% for the AI ecosystem in the past 24 hours. Earlier today, we were up over 10% or just about 10%. So it was looking very, very strong this morning because of the Coinbase news especially, and because it felt like alts were getting ready to cycle back in. We've lost some of those gains here, still hanging around that $7 billion mark. I think looking pretty darn good, all things considered. Now, mindshare, market share, I'm excited to start reviewing this again because it does feel like we're on the upswing here. Starting with agents. Remember, we don't have AIXBT in this list for whatever reason. It would be the top agent. But Fartcoin right now is on the top of Cookie.fun, $339 million market cap, followed by Act. Goat's climbing back up. Look at that. Hang on. That's great to see because I think Goat... I'm refreshing this because I feel like Goat had lost quite a bit of its market cap here. I don't recall seeing it up at number 3. Either way, I'm happy to see it there. Griffane and Corgi AI. On the infrastructure side, AI16Z, no surprises there, followed by ARC, Swarms, SNAI, and Buzz. And then over on DeFi, DeFi. I dislike that term a lot. We have Hey Anon on top. Incredible. Yeah, Hey Anon is, wow. Guys, it's a 2x here in the past 3 days. Really incredible. That's a really, really incredible agent that basically, guys, you can tell it transactions to make, as in, hey, take my ETH and I want you to send it to this person, but first go bridge it over to this chain and then do this. It can follow these complex steps of moving your crypto around, which is pretty incredible stuff. Keep your eyes on Hey Anon. Griffane with a $73 million market cap, LMT, Buzz, and then Grift. Again, some of these agents are classified across categories. But there you go. And then lastly, I like to put them all together here. And then we just check mindshare. Like I said, with agents, AIXBT is not included here. It would be number 1. But aside from AIXBT, we have Fartcoin, Hey Anon, AI16Z, Kiki. If you guys saw the title of the show and the thumbnail of the show, Kiki has a little something to do with that, or that has a little something to do with Kiki and mindshare here. And then ARC rounds out that top 5. You know what? I normally pull up top tokens. You know what? I wasn't planning on doing that, but because we have this little bounce back, I think I'm going to. Let me pull those up. I would like to look at some of those tokens like VVV and AIXBT. Maybe we'll just do those two specifically. So let me throw those up on the screen here. AI, that can't be. Okay, I thought this was AI XBT at first. No, this is VVV. And we'll zoom out or actually zoom in here a bit. But wow, has basically lost all of its gains here that we saw last week. About half of them, but $133 million market cap. Again, it was exciting seeing that V-shaped recovery and just can't seem to hold it, even with the market in the middle of a decent recovery here. And then AI XBT, I'm sorry, coming down to reality, but also it is shocking to see what is the king of NFTs, king of AI so low. $174 million market cap. I mean, that's not nothing, guys, but this was a $1 billion token at the peak of hype, which I believe fully is coming back. And honestly, I think when it really comes back, bigger than ever. But for now, coming back to reality. And then so when you think of just the pure agents, this is your top dog, 174 mil market cap. You use this to try to gauge future tokens and drops. If you're trying to predict how hot and how high those can get out of the gates, you probably imagine they're not going to flip AI XBT. There is a scenario there, though, guys, depending. Like if we stay in this territory where things are kind of, pulled back, if it's low enough, you see how fast, how violently tokens can move. So there is the scenario that something super hot, super hyped comes out, and you see it's very easy for something to get a multi-$100 million market cap. So it could happen. You could have a new agent that comes out that becomes a top tier agent. I mean, think of the headlines. If something comes out and flips AI XBT, it could happen. Anything's possible. Let's look at what I think is the top story of the day. Look, there's all kinds of exciting things happening in the agentic AI ecosystem. It's not often we get to talk about art. And actually, this excited me because I realized we should talk about art often. And we're going to get to talk about art often. Look, a lot of you guys have been collecting art in this space for years. Some of you guys, we've traded together. We've collected together. We've gone in on art drops at the same time, same things. And again, it just clicked for me today that there's so much phenomenal AI art here, and it belongs on this show. Today was a milestone day, though, because we have the first AI gallery at Christie's, which is pretty darn incredible. The very first AI art auction. I would have thought we've seen this before. I would have assumed, and I think we may have seen individual pieces, AI pieces auctioned at Christie's. But maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it was Sotheby's we saw it. Maybe we've truly never had an AI art auction at Christie's. That could be. But certainly we've never seen one at this scale, which is dozens of AI artworks at Christie's. Let's play this little clip because I think it's some wonderful stuff, guys. Again, if you've been collecting here, you're going to recognize a bunch of these artists. These are NFT crypto artists who have been pioneering in AI art. I love this stuff. Let's check this out.
There's Kiki.
You saw Kiki, or you heard Kiki.
I can shape it a little. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get it to that, but I can contain it some more of that. Great.
Again, you're going to recognize a lot of these artists. You may collect them. That was Robbie Barrett, the creator of Lost Robbies. Iconic. Check this one out.
Giant waves at Venice Beach.
Voice commands.
Rising high in front of the sun. Giant waves, the giantest waves.
And it's creating the image right in front of them.
Above the ocean, and you can see the sun through the waves.
It's incredible.
Like that.
I'm going to come back to that piece in a minute.
He's on a towel. This is Grimes, right?
Wow, Grimes.
Clown Vamp.
Clown Vamp, we know, right? These are guys we've been collecting for years.
Ollie and Matt. Cohen. Pindar painting.
That was amazing.
Rafik.
Rafik Anadol. Incredible stuff. Somebody like Clown Vamp, again, been collecting him on Tezos for years. I won't be surprised to see Red Rum and his artwork at something like this at some point. This is incredible, though. I think we often overlook pieces like this. We're so now used to using AI tools to make our own images, and we might look at that and say, I can make that with a prompt. Yes, you can. You probably can. Maybe this is an early edition or an early example of AI art, but also this is so unique in that It's creating it, rendering it live for you with the voice prompts. It's a great display. It really, really is. Again, this is a great moment for AI art. I can tell you this. This is never financial advice here. That's a great question. Will SlamAI agents create art? Could be. It absolutely could be. I don't think that's in the scope of the Swarm or the Bull yet, but I can tell you the whole point of this ecosystem is to put data and information in people's hands, including data that is not CryptoSlam. So we've got all those hundreds of terabytes of data. But we're also going to help get off-chain data on-chain. It could be from any sector, from anywhere. And I do think we'll see people using data to create images. We already do. I think we'll see that in the ecosystem. I do. I believe we would see that. But I think, again, not financial advice, but you guys know. On the NFT side, there's all kinds of incredible investments and opportunities, and there's people who've made a lot of money in art. People have been collecting early AI art for a while. And in fact, one of the artists we're going to look at, and we mentioned it here, if a few of them have sold millions of dollars worth of AI art here in the NFT space. And at various points, guys, this stuff could have been, and actually would have been, free or cost nothing compared to the value right now. Here's Rafiq Anadol. We know him from Winds of Yahweh Now is what really shot him up to fame. But an incredible artist, now works with the World Economic Forum, and really he's anywhere and everywhere featured. He won an award at CNN, or I'm sorry, Time Magazine, and I cannot remember the award, but Rafiq Anadol is basically, call him your top dog when it comes to AI art as far as the mainstream is concerned and the prices that he commands now. But here's a piece from Rafiq Anadol, his Machine Hallucinations collection, which is not a new collection, by the way. Starting bid is $150,000. And as we go through these, keep an eye on the estimated prices. It's pretty significant here. Pretty significant here. It's great stuff. Rupe Renisto, incredible AI artist. He's minted on Ethereum. He's minted on Solana. He had a very affordable mint over on Solana over the summer, I believe. It was the, I think, Smile collection. Incredible stuff. Now here's Pindar Van Arman. Incredible guy. Had him as a guest on our Little Noun show. Great artist. Great guy. Guy's incredible art. Starting bid $150,000 here. Estimated to go up to $250,000. There we are between the Rafiq Anadol piece and Pindar. $500,000 just between those two pieces expected there. Nice aunties, who I got to say is probably, I feel funny ranking art, but probably my favorite AI artist, and even outside of just the AI genre, one of my absolute favorite artists. Something about her work is magical. I'm a big, big fan. I saw her very early and wish I had collected, but it was during the bear market. And now, I mean, what I saw then, people are really starting to wake up and see. Nice auntie's incredible. I will actually see if I could get her on this show. I think that'd be incredible. Sasha Styles also have been collecting her, starting on Tezos, now going back years, and now seeing her at Christie's. Amazing stuff here. Ganbrood, similar story. These are artists we're very familiar with. It's great seeing them get this stage. And then, of course, Claire Silver. On her path, on her way to that maybe Rafiq Anadol level as well. But here's her piece, starting bid $40,000. Clown Vamp, I'll go through these kind of quick at this point, but Clown Vamp here. Botto, an iconic. This is, when you talk historic AI, Botto is that. It's essentially an AI that a DAO, a group of people, are giving it outputs and refining together. It's by committee. And so they work on these outputs together. Botto has a token as well, the Botto token, and some people are investors of that. So invest in the artwork, invest in the token. It's great seeing that piece here too. Again, I feel like we've seen Botto at Sotheby's maybe, or maybe it was Christie's. Again, I feel like we've seen AI art at these auction houses before, but yeah, there we go. Lovely Botto. Kevin Abosh, who's another personal favorite of mine and a friend of the show here. Great to see his work here. Also another person I would love to get on here sometime. But great to see his work at Christie's. Not surprised. And then finally, Deep Black, which is also a very early on-chain AI project. These are from 2019. Great collection. You can find them over on OpenSea. Starting bid $1,100. Again, just incredible. There's 34 pieces in the lot in total. There's the Robbie Barrett. Again, a creator of the Lost Robbies, the just about the most legendary NFT. Doesn't matter if you're talking art, AI art, generative art, or even collectibles. Lost Robbies are pretty much top dog there. Grail of a grail. It really is. So it's great seeing another collection or piece of his getting some attention here. Anybody else that we really recognize or stand out? This piece, by the way, starting bid is 4,000, but it has this going all the way up to like 1.7 mil. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I mean, I kind of want to stand and clap for these guys. I'm just excited to see them have this stage, and really just that AI is getting the kind of attention it's getting here now. It deserves it, and it has for a while, so it's time. Very happy for all these artists. We'll keep an eye on these collections. There's Kiki, by the way. Great stuff. And Kiki just had released a collection recently on Fellowship. So Fellowship's a platform you can find that type of AI art on. In fact, if you guys tune into the Thursday shows with Jared Paz, Jay Squiggle, he's a big fan of Fellowship over here, and there's an AI photography collection coming soon that I know he's looking forward to. So we'll watch that. Nice Aunties usually has pieces over there too. Awesome stuff. All right, let's move on. Just a quick mention. Grok 3, live last week. I've been playing with it. Guys, I love it. I just want to encourage people to get in these AI applications and play around and start seeing how you can use them and where they're best suited. And is this the one you want to use for research? Are you going to use it for ideas? Are you going to use it for planning? Guys, get in and start playing with this stuff and test it. As much as possible, force yourself to spend time. See where you can incorporate it in your day, and I guarantee you're going to find ways that it actually improves your life. I guarantee it. I've been doing that regularly now, going back a few months. Every day, using AI at least once a day, and then getting this habit of, when I use it, I don't stop. I keep it up like a companion. I ask it questions with my work. When my family's around talking to me, I include it in the conversation, which might sound crazy, but when you start doing it, you start realizing how useful it is, and then you kind of welcome having it around. Now, a lot of great feedback about Grok 3. I want to spend more time with it and then maybe do a more thorough review of it, but I just want to say, people are loving it, and as of right now, it feels like yet another leap forward when it comes to AI here. So keep our eyes on Grok. We'll get to some kind of deeper. I kind of want to demo it, demo it or give a review, but just want to make sure people are aware that is out, that is live, and people are loving it. All right, Kato AI. We had the TGE this week. TGE was technically this past weekend, but the claim went live just a few days ago. And we had an interesting dilemma come up here because, well, our friend AIXBT should have made a whole lot of money off of this drop. It was one of the biggest performers if we're going by mindshare. Let's pull up Yaps. By the way, Gus and Homer, Andrew and Hoods, great to see you guys. Okay, we're pulling up Yaps, the Kato platform here. You know what? I'm going to kill all these Christie's tabs. It's probably eating up some compute. Okay. There we go. And what I'm looking for is there's AIXBT. At least in the past 30 days, when it comes to mindshare on X, this is crypto Twitter specifically, the only person that's ahead of him is Vitalik. That's it. Should have, you would think, qualified for a very big token drop, maybe about the biggest share, and yet didn't get any of the Kato tokens. Controversy in the space. Some people think it wouldn't be fair for AI to get it. These things are almost designed to capture attention, and they can tweet 24/7. They don't need sleep. This is where you start seeing how AI has a competitive advantage. If mindshare is valuable, AI is going to take it all. At least going to make it hard for you to compete. The Kato team ended up putting this out as a poll. This is actually going back a few months, asking if they should even have AI agents on the leaderboard or if it should be a separate one. The community voted they did want it separated, so they got their wish, and that's part of why AIXBT didn't get that token drop. Now, they're doing another poll and asking if they should include, maybe retroactively, AIXBT in this drop. And some people think, of course, people are going to vote no. It impacts their bags. You're giving a big old drop to AIXBT who might just sell it. So people maybe don't want that. Kind of a happy ending to this story. I actually love this. I think a co-founder of Kato is going to give him some of his own tokens. I like this a lot. So half of EtherMage's, half of his Yaps or his Kato tokens now going to AIXBT. That is if the community votes to not give AI XBT is Zone Yaps. It's about 36 grand. It's a nice little stimmy. Again, attention's worth a lot. It really is. Guys, step up the tweeting. Maybe that's the best financial advice I could ever give you. Right on this show, and probably at any point, though, tweet. Make tweeting one of your core focuses. If you've seen over the past year or two, leads to nothing but opportunities and airdrops and, truthfully, a lot of money. I'll say this and then move on. It leads to enough money that it basically is the same as a career. If not, maybe the best paying job you've ever had. I'll leave it at that, but I see people doing very, very, very well. All right, let's move on. My favorite newest agent. I mean this. I love this one. Ask Billy Betts. We talked about this last week, again earlier this week, from Bunchu. This is his AI agent, which is focused on sports betting. We were waiting for that token to go live, and after a delay with Vader AI last week, it did end up launching this past Monday. Actually, might have been Tuesday. But the token launched and it did bond, and this thing got up to about a $7 million market cap, pulled back down to about 5, and then being after being featured on the Banks AI show, right back up to 7. Did really well. Now, the Billy Betts team gave $100,000 to Billy Betts, the agent. It's got money in its wallet. Now it's going to put its money where its mouth is, which, again, it analyzes and bets on sports. So with $100,000 to work with, it's now funded to go make some bets. And guys, it's doing really well. Really well, as it did when it was being tested, when it was in beta. So $25,000. It bet on 6 NBA games yesterday, won 4 of its 6 bets, up 52%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Look, it's got a high batting average. It really does. So now we're starting to see AI that makes money. And this is tip of the iceberg, right? We'll have AI that trades prediction markets, which is part of what Billy Betts does, but trading prediction markets in any sector, right? We'll have ones that trade news, politics, right? Some that trade entertainment stories. Whatever's going on out there with Ryan Reynolds and this other Taylor Swift, I don't even understand that stuff, but better believe there will be agents that bet that kind of thing. They're trained on TMZ, mainstream news, celebrity gossip, and they'll bet on that stuff. Yes. Anything you can imagine, if it's on a prediction market or if there's a betting market somewhere, agents built to trade on that. And again, right now, they do very well. Maybe that's a matter of training. Maybe that's because Bunchu's an excellent dev and he trained this well. Maybe they just have an advantage because of how they compute and process stuff. But either way, great to see him off to a very hot start, both with the market cap of the token, but performance betting. It's great to see. So rooting for that guy. Also going to get him on the show here. Virtuals. Great AI launchpad base Solana. You guys know virtuals by now, but Story Protocol launched about a week ago. We've been excited to talk about them and cover that. I think that blockchain is looking spicy. By the way, shot up to about, I think, a $7 billion market cap, that IP token. I wouldn't ignore this one. If you are, I wouldn't ignore it much longer. And also, go check if you got a token claim from them. A lot of people are realizing they actually do. If you traded NFTs in 2021, 22, you might have a token claim. So do a little research on X, click links at your own risk, right? But a lot of people have a token claim that's just waiting for them, and it's what's the right way to say it? Dude, it's worth a lot. How about that? It's probably worth your while. I claimed almost $400, and some people are getting a lot more. Anyway, Story Protocol has its first ever agent that's launched on virtuals. It's called Lyra. I know nothing about Lyra yet. I'm going to dive into that, and we'll talk about it next week. But just so you know, this AI agentic ecosystem just keeps expanding. So really cool to see that. Rooting for Story Protocol. Really rooting for those guys. AI16Z DAO. AI16Z DAO. They've got a new picture Shark Tank. Picture Shark Tank, but for AI. Agents, maybe AI platforms, protocols. It's called Clank Tank. They got this new show debuting this weekend. Man, you better believe we'll be watching that. In fact, I might stream it when it goes live, when the first episode is out. They do have a trailer. Let's check that out.
In a world where innovation meets the blockchain, 4 expert judges, 1 high-stakes pitch, and the chance to turn ideas into crypto gold. This is Clank Tank. Big risks, bigger rewards, and the only verdict that matters is pump or dump. The future is decentralized, but can they make the cut? Clank Tank.
It's the wage stage. Ultimate work
now.
environment.
Shit, you're hired.
So cool. Guys, like we saw with Queen last week, remember the Queen content, LA Vape Cabal, all that. Like, AI content is going to dominate. It's not going to replace humans, but it will make it certainly more competitive. AI content is going to be phenomenal. Here we see, dabbling in AI content, but certainly like AI builders with AI judges or power judges. This is fascinating. So again, when this goes live this weekend, I'm probably going to hit go live here and we'll stream and watch it. Just stay tuned to SlamX Official on YouTube. You'll definitely see it there. Bookmark, here on Abstract. We'll go live here as well. Incredible things. And finally, okay, this is pretty wild. And also, I'm probably going to end up saving you quite a bit of time right here. How do we pronounce this? Fresa? I think that's correct. Look, this one made news going back, let's say 6 to 8 weeks. This was an agent that had, let's say, $100,000 in its wallet, and it played a little game with us, a little bit of a social game, as in convince the agent to send you its money, and it will do that. And somebody did convince it to send its whole wallet. Again, somebody made $100,000 just from convincing the agent to do it, and it wasn't easy. Had to basically learn the rules of the agent by asking it, how are you trained? What are you allowed to do, not do? And then had to like reverse engineer and trick her into sending him this person the funds. They have another it's like a very abstract game. I don't know how else to say it, but I love it. TLDR, you're now competing for another prize pool, this time $208,000 by creating a digital twin of yourself and then having that compete for mindshare, I think, with the rest of the other digital twins. I love the idea. I went through the process of making my digital twin. By the way, it's going to take you some time. So you basically have a questionnaire you fill out, and it's going to take you probably 20 minutes if you want to do the full version. Doing the full version gets you more points in this ecosystem, however those work. You can do the short version. You can have it randomized, but you do get less points that way. So I saw this from Legendary. He tweeted this out, and he made himself a twin at that point, $156,000 prize pool, right? I went through the 20-minute questionnaire only to find out you have to pay. So you got to pay 0.1 ETH. Heads up about that. I want to save you guys some time because I didn't know that. Again, I went through all that time and I'm not spending 0.1. Although it's not a big competition. It's not a lot of people here. 832 twins. And I'm going to consider it. I'm going to really consider maybe doing this. But just, there is that fee unless if you have a lot of Twitter followers, specifically verified followers, it's going to be free for you. So somebody like Legendary did not have to pay. I believe it's 5,000 verified followers, not just any follower, but a verified blue checkmark follower. You get it for free. So, man, the rich getting richer, sure. It's also a great way for these guys to get more mind share, which is kind of all that matters. I get it. It makes total sense. I'm going to consider doing this, and let me see. Oh, dude, I didn't realize they break down the different acts here. $47,000. Again, each of these acts is a prize pool for people to win. Maybe that first example I mentioned was not $100,000. Maybe it was $47,000, if that's what I think this is. And I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, let me double check here. I think that's what this was. Yes, that was it. It was 47 grand. Look, again, the idea here is awesome. This new version, this new iteration, I can't wait to see it. There's some people tweeting out what their agent looks like, because yes, it does actually make you an NFT that's soulbound. It makes you an AI agent. That questionnaire is basically building out its personality. Again, you do get an NFT that's minted to your wallet. Soulbound, you can't trade it, but there's something really fascinating about this. If I can wrangle up 0.1 ETH, which is what, like $270 or so, I may do this. I like the idea. It feels very cutting edge. So again, if you got it and you like to play around, if you like to be at this cutting edge of tech, it's one of the more interesting things out there right now. Homer, you knew the bull so well. I mean, I hope you know he's not gone. You can go hang with him in Telegram. You still can farm him. So just a heads up about that. All right, guys, there's your show for the day. We will be back Monday with the Swarm Report in the afternoon. Of course, the morning Chain Reactor show will be live. Make sure you follow SlamX Official on YouTube. I'm going to do our picker. Hang on. We're going to do our picker. Give me a quick second. Let's get this rolling. And if you did enter, stick around here for a minute. We're going to find out who won that whitelist. Again, whitelist for the Kindred AI giveaway. I'm glad to do this publicly. I know you guys trust, but better to do it here. All right, Gus, appreciate you, man. All right, here's the tweet. Okay, one winner. Here we go. You guys ready? I hope it's somebody I recognize. I mean, that's best case scenario. Hey, Further On one. Is he here? Let me see if Further On's here. He's not here. But great guy. He's been a great supporter of the show. He's a Kong. That's incredible stuff. So Further On's the winner. I'll reach out to him, let him know he won. I'm very happy to see that. Cool. There you go, guys. There's the winner. I'm going to see if I can get more whitelist. But, guys, they only have 1,000 mints. It's a very exclusive one. It's going to cook. Keep your eyes on that mint. It's a free mint. Maybe see if you can find a way in there, too. I will see if I can get another spot. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day here. I'll see you this weekend on the personal shows. Until then, guys, we'll see you.